afternoon. Thank you for the welcome to the Bipoc Happy Hour, everybody. Today is Wednesday. We're here again. The Bipoc Happy Hour is Black, Indigenous, people of color. This is our wind down where we've gone all day. We've worked, did all of that, and now we're gonna wind down and talk about stuff that's happening and happening throughout the day. Glad y'all can make it. Woo-hoo. I'm Uncle Ray. I got Brother Dennis. I got Rox. I got Santa B clicking in. I got Bobby hanging in. How y'all doing, good people?
I'm doing good right now, but I was wondering about, I'm getting to the age about our health. And should we like exercise or do something to change how it's going, our direction in life that we're getting older?
Is it gonna hurt?
I don't know. Does it hurt if you have a stroke or heart
I
attack?
don't know. No, that didn't hurt, but if I gotta exercise, that can hurt.
Well, maybe you can change your diet.
Today?
Maybe you can change your diet.
Diet worked. I did. I changed my diet after I had, fortunately at that age, I did have a stroke. I had a mini stroke, and I changed my diet so I don't have any more. Diet does work.
So exercise don't work?
I don't know. It might hurt, and I didn't try that part. I'm just being honest.
I mean, even with COVID right now.
I'm sure it could have helped me out a lot, huh?
Even with COVID, you think we should start exercising more to stop, diseases and viruses from attacking us?
A virus to take you down with you, the healthiest person on the planet. It sees nothing like that.
I agree with you, but having a healthy body and
healthy body, it will take a healthy body down. That's what they're talking about now with the young people. A virus does not care about a healthy body. It wants the body. That's why they have vaccines and penicillin for viruses.
Yeah, that stuff is overused. All those antibiotics.
But it works.
Yeah, it could.
They work. They do work. Now, with the stroking thing, yes, you need to do. I mean, I don't know about the exercise, but yes, you definitely you need to work on your eating habits, your diet. Rox, are you gonna have a dietitian to help you with your plan?
Yeah, nutrition is part of it.
Okay, nutrition, yeah,
for sure.
I've never worked with a nutritionist.
Mm-hmm.
I've never
totally.
So would you have to follow their guidelines if they tell you to eat something different?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? If they're trying to advise you on a healthy something, why would you go against them?
I'm not against them. I just don't want to start what I'm doing.
But you got them to help you out.
I said that very clearly. I'm not trying to lose weight specifically. I just want to make sure that my muscles will still continue to work over the next 20 years, because I know that I have not been using them very much over the last couple years for sure. But I haven't really been in shape since my 20s. So knowing that's the truth, and knowing that I don't want to like go out early because I haven't been taking care of myself. Like, I figured now, while I can still move, would be a good time to, start that process.
Is that muscle memory thing you're talking about? Where the muscle remember you ain't did nothing?
Yeah.
But if you remember you ain't did nothing, it ain't gonna work.
Right.
That's a hard too.
Right. See, that's not gonna work like that.
That's sad.
What's sad?
You can't remember what I did when I was a kid?
Well, it can, but as you age, things change.
Right.
So you got to learn different ways to use your muscles, and you got to learn different muscles to use.
And you have to practice using them.
These muscles work really good.
I know you got a strong forearm.
Right, get food to the mouth. Those muscles work real good.
But you can do a lot of things with the hand to make the muscles.
Right, I'm just saying, that forearm is working. Yeah, that's about all. But I bet you can't run.
Well,
Right.
with-
And we might need to run in the future, in the near future, in fact.
Just because
So-
you're 74 years old don't mean you can't run.
but
Right.
well, what about having sex? Does that count?
Yes. I mean, just because you're 74, you still want to be able to lift that leg up.
That's right. That's
That
right.
also counts as exercise.
Yes, that is exercise.
True.
Physical exercise.
And it's easier to do if you don't lose your breath after pump 5. You know what I'm
Or you
saying?
don't get a cramp. Or that cramp don't kick in.
Or you can actually raise that leg, huh?
I want to be above. You know how that is. Yeah, so that's why I said, is it gonna hurt?
But in
exercise.
that case, I think we need to exercise because I want to raise that leg always if I can, without the blue pill.
Yoga.
How does yoga work?
It keeps you flexible. It just allows your body to have range of motion easier.
Will that help your core?
Yes.
What the hell is a
It's a lot
core?
slower. You don't have to lift
tummy.
nothing, do a lot. Yeah, the stuff to make you
What
get up
holds
off
your
the
body
ground.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. The core is what helps you get up off the toilet.
Standing up?
Yes. You need your core
All those
muscles to stand.
that are your core, you know, your glutes, your abs, your
All
pecs,
that.
you know, all that stuff. Your hamstrings, all that stuff helps you get up.
It's not just your legs. It's not by legs by themselves.
Is that the stuff that be hurting when I wake up?
That's stuff that cause cramps and all that. That you need to exercise a lot more.
Probably.
Is that like the gingivitis that causes bad breath?
That's if you're not using that forearm action.
Okay, gingivitis that causes bad breath. What causes us to be fat?
I'm just
Bad diet.
But how do you stop that? What are you really gonna eat? See?
What?
What else
Didn't
you gonna
nobody
eat?
say you have to eat diet food to be on a diet? You just have to change the quantity and the stuff that you eat. That's not a diet food. That's all sugar and high corn fructose.
What about these?
High fructose corn syrup.
Why? I thought this was fruit.
No,
Hey,
that's fruit.
I got this.
Fruit service. Yeah.
I got fruit.
Yeah. What kind of fruit? That's not real fruit. That was
That's
made
a
in the
cherry
laboratory.
pie.
Made in a
Homemade.
laboratory. Made in a laboratory.
Ray, you ain't right. You ain't nothing good for you.
Yeah, if that was a bag of cherries, plain cherries, that would have been good. Not a cherry pie.
It's got a bunch of cherries in it.
No, they all cooked out and drained out. Not a one in there.
Y'all funny.
Say that again, Simon.
I can't hear her. She's on mute.
Can't hear you. Oh.
Uh-oh. Bobby and her got flawed equipment this evening.
Oh, they're not talking today. Oh, y'all, that's not right. That is so not right. Well,
It
today is hump day. The middle of the week, I guess if you can't have a problem on hump day, you can't have a problem at all. That
Well,
way
I
you
don't-
don't have anything on Friday.
No, Friday, early vote in Minneapolis.
Does anybody know if the question has been laid out as what's going to be on? Oh, that's only in Minneapolis. I don't live in Minneapolis, so I can't even answer the question.
I don't know about the police, if they're going to be a safety committee or they're going to be the police, but you got to figure out who you're going to vote for regardless of what they're going to do with the police. Because I think we got 27 mayoral candidates. How you going to sort through all that?
Just like you do all the time. You just go in there and close your eyes and pick one.
No,
Oh.
that's not what we broadcasting.
Are we
You
gonna roll
don't
the
do that.
dice? Are we gonna roll the dice?
No, you do your research.
Should I just
Oh,
You
sneeze?
find the candidate that lines up with your values. That's gonna
We don't
vote
pick
for
them out of a
you.
hat. We're not gonna pick them out of a hat and just
No, we're not doing that.
Hey, I got an idea.
pray about it.
Hey, how about we get a thing, put it on the wall, and whatever darts get the ones the most is who we go with.
That's
Well,
good as
say it
picking
again.
them
Say
out.
it again.
We take darts, put them all on the board, and we throw the darts. Whoever get the most darts, that's who we're going for.
No, I don't think I like that either.
So that means you got to research on who you want. Do you want another term of Jacob Fry, who is our current mayor?
Or
Or
the
do you want
27 other ones.
or do you want the 26 other people that are running for that same position?
I think we should start doing community forums on who we should pick.
Wait, are there really 26 candidates running for mayor?
That's what Jenna said.
Yep.
There's 26 mayoral
Come on, people,
candidates.
that's ridiculous.
Well, that's what I said because I thought it was,
I thought it was 17.
yeah, but it's more.
Last I looked, it was 17. But now
Yeah.
you say it's 26.
Ain't the Easter Bunny running too and Santa Claus?
Does that matter?
They people too, Ray.
Right. You said that's why I said, does it matter if they run or not? They could win.
Yes, you have to do your civic duty and you know, vote. Because I think Bozo the Clown is running too.
Bozo
Is
the
anybody
Clown.
holding the mayoral forum?
I haven't heard of
Because-
any form yet.
That should
No.
definitely be happening.
I was also thinking, how do we get like a fact sheet on all who's running, on what they did, what they didn't do, why, who said jump.
Governor.gov.com, Minneapolis the race.com. When you click on the candidates, it will take you to a page on each one of them, and it gives the qualifications of each one of them. I'm probably saying that it's MEN candidates for 2021.
Say that website again, Ray.
I believe it's MEN candidates for 2021. It should take you there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because if you go
Is that
there,
a bipartisan site?
yes, it's strictly from from the city. You just got
Okay.
the list of it's a city site, Minneapolis, and you just go there and it will take you there. You can look up who's all voting. Yeah, it will also allow you to know who you're voting for and what to do. And it talks about ranked choice voting for those that don't know what ranked choice voting is, which I'm still not quite sure. Are we going to be doing that?
You are. And so if we don't know what it is, let's invite someone from Fair Vote to come on the show and talk to us about ranked choice voting. So everybody knows how to vote this year. Yeah, you get the ranked candidates. You get to vote for your top 3. I think it's just 3. But you know,
Out of all of the candidates.
yes. And we will make sure that, you know, the candidate that wins with 50% of the vote total. And actually a true majority.
You heard it here first, boys and girls. All I'm saying is, if you go out there and vote, ranked choice, whatever it is, vote, and make sure you know who you're voting for. because you know it's gonna be a bigger election. So we need to get these elections in our city, the right people in there, to keep this moving.
Well, who are the right people?
Whoever you decide on your ballot is the right person, but you need to know who they are. I don't know. I'm still searching myself. Who would be the right person to lead our city? You know, who would be the next city council? Who would be the next park board? Who aligns with my agenda? All those things I'm looking forward to finding out. You know,
What does the park board do?
Well, if you want to use a park and you want those exorbitant fees, or you want to stop them from charging you those exorbitant fees, parking, the police harassing you, they can regulate all that. If you can use a park, when we can or cannot, who gets to use a park, you know, how the parks are used. If you want to,
programming.
right, for kids, you know, that makes a difference in summertime. They have money also they can use to help put festivals on. They give you free showmobiles, giving you free parking, giving you free park use, helping out with money, all these different things. So you want people that in your kind of mindset to rule those places if you need those parks.
So any repairs and things like that, they maintain that infrastructure for the city.
For every park that's located in the city of Minneapolis. Okay. Thank you.
And some of these characters are running at large, so they don't care about city politics. They care about their park board and how we can make it more better or make it beautiful.
What does that mean when you say running at large? What does that mean?
Well, you got career campaigners who doing it to make sure that certain people get certain things. Then you got people out there who just cares about activities for kids and want things to go according to plan the park. And on that, our people who have money take over that park thing where we can't use them for whatever reason.
But what does at large mean?
Is that they're not affiliated with anything, you know, other than like us, you know, grassroots people to make sure this happens. They have a big engine behind them.
And I would say in addition to that, those seats are not tied to a specific district, because the park board does have seats assigned. The city, as you know, is broken down into districts. And so there are some seats that are assigned to, you know, certain districts, and those at-large seats were for the whole city. So they would be representing that small subset, but the whole city.
Okay, so
Their seat. It's the same as like the school board.
so if you want to run for I'm just using the school board. You want to run for Minneapolis school board, but you don't live in Minneapolis. That would be an at-large seat.
No. So they're like the school district, just like the city is broken down in wards. So are these other bodies. They're not broken in wards, they're broken down into districts. And so some folks represent certain districts and some folks represent the city at large. And so there may be an elected body of like 10 folks. So let's say there are 10 school board members. 7 of those seats may be assigned to specific areas in the city that's divided out. And the other 3 seats are just at large, meaning they represent the whole city and not necessarily just that particular subset of the district that they've been elected to. Does that make sense?
That did make sense for somebody that's only 3.5 years old. I got it.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, I actually understood that part. Yes. I wish I had that talent to be able to explain it like that, but I think I can explain it to somebody else.
There's a few black guys who are running for at-large district in Minneapolis right now.
And who are they? Since you brought them up.
I only know one of them names, so I'm not gonna be biased, so I know the other one's names. But I met one of the guys, and I don't want to be impartial because I didn't research the other 2.
But that is
so when I found out the other 2's name,
I mean, we only wanted the name. We didn't want to run down. We just wanted who was running.
Well, that's like an endorsement, so I'll wait. No hate.
None taken.
Maybe we get them to get on the show and they can talk about what they really do for the park board. I'll call him and see.
Well, aren't they on the ballot?
Yes.
So yeah, they're candidates. We should invite them to be a part of our conversations.
And since early voting starts Friday, we should really get on that immediately. Get on out there and vote. I think. What time is it? Ooh, it's 20 after.
You got somewhere to be?
Yeah. I have some hot topics.
What's the hot topic?
I can't bring it up because Ray told me not to.
Don't you have your own hot topic?
You have
Oh,
your
I
own
don't-
hot topic with the hot topic star, don't you?
Right. I thought so at the very beginning.
That's what I thought you were
have your
segueing
own.
into.
Right.
What's the hot topic that started?
You started the hot topic. What's the point that you have?
And who
Oh.
has the segment on their show called Hot Topic?
I don't know her name.
Yes, you do.
So now you want to be like that. Now you all like that.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. What's her name?
Now you want to hold back and not share with us.
Well, what's her name again?
That woman.
Oh, the shenanigans.
That woman with the shenanigans. Her.
Now, why you put this woman up? What do you want
What
to talk
happened to
about her?
Wendy?
Huh?
You went on mute again.
Oh, I said, what happened to Wendy?
She got COVID-19.
Lies you tell.
Wendy Williams tested
Read
positive
it
for
right
COVID.
now. She's supposed
19.
to have it.
Wow, and you know she's a germaphobe.
That means she didn't get vaccinated, or did she get vaccinated?
Mm-hmm.
Dennis, did she get vaccinated? This your story.
I don't live with her.
It's your story. Did it not tell you in the story?
I didn't read her story. I just seen the headline. She was COVID-19.
Oh,
As
Lord,
much
have
as she
mercy.
as much as she talk about everybody else from getting COVID, and now she what is it? Wendy Williams tested positive for a statement posted on her talk show.
Wait, who is your source?
Who is this?
Probably Yahoo News.
That's a Hollywood reporter.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
he in that clickbait. He doing that clickbait news now. Okay,
Yes.
y'all. We not backing up any of these stories Dennis is throwing out there on you.
It's a 13th season.
Yeah, we need to drop that disclaimer, Ray.
Yeah. Yeah, this is some of Dennis's stuff. So just make sure this is not a POC fact check, none of it. Dennis likes to pull from the clickbait.
Whatever that is.
Just any old stuff to make you click and bait on it. Make you click on it.
It's
don't have
wake
to
and
be-
bake and we
it
out.
don't have to be, it's not real news.
What does that mean? It's not real news.
It's not just somebody in the bedroom just typed it up and made it look
So
like
Wendy
that.
Williams tested positive for COVID is not true.
How do you know? Because you
It
just
says
at
it
the
right
Hollywood
here.
Hollywood Reporter, and it's, what news? Where did they come from?
News.
Where's this news source based out of?
It's on the internet, Ray. That's all it has to be.
Just because it's on the internet, it's true.
Or TikTok, you know that's how it works.
But we're not on TikTok.
We on the internet.
You just on the internet, so everything on the internet is true.
Absolutely.
Again, we need to throw this disclaimer that is Dennis
Oh, my-
and strictly opinion.
Oh my goodness. So COVID is not real because Wendy got it.
We
Well, I
just-
hope she gets well and she doesn't get too sick.
I
Well, she
hope
was
that-
already sick.
I hope that's a fake news story and
Exactly.
she's not sick.
Well, I
Period.
hope that she gets well because she already had health issues.
Right. She came in
Dennis,
that nightgown.
I think we should do this segment based on the way that you used to frame this. So, do you want to hear a story?
You want the
This is
truth or a lie?
story.
I can give you either one you want. Do you want a truth story or you want a lie?
Well, I mean, we just want a story.
Oh.
Just
Wendy Williams
out. Make sure you let us know this is just a story you heard.
Right. People will choose a story almost every time.
Right.
Oh, well, just you have to turn it into a word problem.
Why does it have to be a word problem?
Huh?
Why you have to go to a word problem?
That's how you solve problems, isn't it?
Is that how? With a word problem?
If you got 3 hoes, 28 guys, how many times do everybody get a turn?
Oh, I don't know. How many times do they?
You got
That
3
That
glory
depends on a
hoes.
lot of factors.
You got 3 glory hoes and 28 guys.
You got 3 glory
That
hoes.
depends on a lot of things, like refractory period, how long it take you to pop. Like that depends on a lot of things.
Well, no, because you just do it like this. You get 3 times, because it's 28 men. Brett doesn't have to go in there because Brett won't fit in the glory hole. That's why we all love Brett.
Do you know Brett definitely won't fit in there? Is that your opinion?
Brett won't fit in there. We all know that. That's why we all love Brett. Everybody got their turn. Right.
I don't know
So
who Brett
silly.
is. That's some of your people.
I don't either, but I do want to see what he looks
Right.
like.
I want to know why he can't fit in the glory hole. I want to know who is Brett.
Me too.
Well,
Okay.
Right. And we all love Brett because he don't fit in that glory hole. The rest of them did.
Is that what you want to call it?
No,
Yeah,
I
so-
definitely want to meet Brett. If you don't fit in the glory hole, I need to see. I need to see this with my own eyes.
I do too. I want to verify too, Rox. You need a second opinion, so I'm gonna verify. I'll second it after you verify it.
Is that
That's
how
how
you
we
do it?
gonna make that run. Well, since you doing it up and doing all that other stuff, I thought I had something for you, but apparently, did y'all hear that they changed the thing for my brother right here? They reversed his court case. Woohoo!
How long you been in jail?
Who is that though?
This is Muhammad Noir, the one that
Oh,
the
Yeah,
police
they
officer
reversed-
that they had in the car that supposedly shot the woman playing around in the dark behind the car. He shot
I mean,
her.
wait, I gotta read that.
if anybody had an accident, this was it. Like this was like I think really an accident. Like
I think she scared the hell out of him and the
Yes.
gun went off.
yes.
You
I
out there
think it's
playing in
a
the
case
dark.
of typical white entitlement that she can just walk on up to the police car and say any old thing they want.
In the middle of the night. In the middle of the night in an alley.
Right. And just pap on the side of the thing? No, none of us would.
Right. Yeah. So what
Okay, so they reversed it. Why?
No, yeah, because I didn't read all of it because they acquitted him of the serious charges and they took out the 3rd-degree murder. I'm letting y'all be able to go through it with me.
I'm curious. I'm curious what that means for what's coming up with the 3 remaining trials. Like what? Like,
and you know they got that the white lady that killed that little boy. Her trial is getting ready to come up too. The one that didn't know she was holding her gun, but she been the instructor for the last 20 years. Yeah, you know her trial is coming up.
They setting the stage for something.
So I'm just throwing it out there. That's one thing. So what you think, Dennis? I didn't hear you say nothing. How you feel about this? Or is this a setup?
It's an overlay for the underplay.
It's an overlay for the underplay?
Yes. Now they know all these Caucasians are coming up on charges. So they can reverse this now. So in the future, see, they let him go. They should do the same thing for us. They're trying to set a precedence. They're always trying to use black folks as precedents. That's sad.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see it that way. I thought that the facts of this case, like 3rd-degree murder, I think was the charge, and just hearing and what happened and how it happened. Not saying that he shouldn't have been charged with anything because he did take a life, but You know, I don't know about the third degree depraved mind murder like that. You know, I feel like that didn't fit, but that did fit with Chauvin.
Chauvin
I
was
thought
a
it's
totally
an
different
involuntary
trial.
You know what I'm
manslaughter.
saying? Like those things did fit with what he was doing because it was
Right.
intentional.
Right.
Right.
You know
This
what I
one was
mean?
totally different.
I mean, like Rock said, any of us was sitting there and some fool come jumping up out the back of a damn alley.
Behind the car, scared of me, walking up on me like that, you know you go get shot. Knowing I'm holding a gun, shaking with the gun in my hand anyway.
Already, because you know they already scared coming in our communities.
Right, they're scared to death. So that one didn't make any sense to me, but I thought that was good. At least they thought about it. You know, that kind of change. And then also, I don't have much on what y'all think about Nicki Minaj and her tweet.
I don't think about it.
And well, I'm just saying in her tweet, she tweeted out to her as everybody's making sure she's got over a million some followers. That's why she's up. She's got a whole
Over
huge
100 million followers. Yeah.
she's got a huge following. So she tweeted out that she's not taking the COVID vaccine because one of her friends, nuts swole up and not an impotent. And everybody has gone to the left on her saying that because they said for one, how you just because you got a little bit of following, you're just gonna put out some old BS information like that. Some BS information missed because ain't nobody had swollen. If you got swollen nuts, it's not because of the COVID vaccine.
I'm
She
like,
the
are
one
they
that's-
sure you don't have STD?
Right. That was from and the reason I brought it up is because I woke up this morning at 6:30 and my favorite news station, which is CNN, was playing a clip of it talking about Nicki Minaj. They specifically brought her up talking about Nicki Minaj. Now, throughout the day, I've had a meeting with my COVID advisor, and since then, the UK has went off on Nicki Minaj for said the UK and Trinidad and Tobago went off on Nicki Minaj for saying that. You have no proof of that, and you're just throwing out that as you not taking it out there with all your followers trying to make it seem like if they take the COVID vaccine, that they may end up with some male fertility problems. How do y'all feel about that?
But Nicki knew about balls. She was holding him in a video telling tell the boy to cough.
Well, she ain't won an Oscar yet, so maybe her holding ain't right. The rest of the girls have won Oscars.
Well, she definitely ain't a doctor.
Well, no, she's not a doctor.
She said that she was like a doctor. She hold the guys' nuts so they can cough.
I mean, to have that many followers. I mean, that's that they're going off on her or saying something to her, trying to hold her accountable for spreading misinformation.
That is the reason why they are going off, because you have that many followers and then you telling them like that. No. And I mean, even from Dr. Sanjay Gupta, I was surprised when I have them. I have the UK with all of them talk. I have their denouncement of it already pulled up. I have Trinidad and Tobago. I'm like, oh girl, you hit a nerve with the whole planet.
Well, she's gonna eventually be stuck in the house because they're making, it mandatory that you be vaccinated to be in certain places now. So,
well, I can't believe that they didn't do it at the Met Gala, because that was one of the articles on her, is that Nicki Minaj didn't get vaccinated to go to the Met Gala. How many people at the Met Gala was actually vaccinated?
But I thought they tested people.
I don't know if they tested. She said she wasn't vaccinated.
Was she there?
Yeah.
Oh.
She was supposedly she was there at the Met Gala. Yeah, because that's where I got the article for. So she was there. Mm-hmm. Mind you, she's not won any big major awards or anything, or an Oscar or anything. So you didn't hear much publicity other than this. I'm gonna throw that out there. Even though I do like Nicki Minaj, you didn't hear nobody else coming out with no BS like that.
Is this council culture now?
I don't know. She's subject to council culture because that was quite ugly. I don't know how they might do her. That could lead to that because you're throwing out false information. Because I can only speak for myself. I didn't get swollen nuts, and I don't have problems with impotency. And I got both shots. And I've tried it and it still works. So I don't know about anybody else. Did you have any problems, Dennis? Have you ran across Bobby? Have you ran across any swollen nuts or impotencies?
No, I don't do swollen nuts, but mine's is FDA approved, so I'm cool.
I'm just saying. Well, she didn't call out no name. She just said the vaccine made her friend is never somebody close. You know, my friend's friend who's got a cousin who's got another brother, they had this problem. You know, it was one of them things.
My third cousin, baby mother's aunt.
You know, them folks, you know. They the
Well,
ones.
I mean, I think sometimes you don't really have the full grasp of the power of words, the power of your words.
You're a lyricist, Brox, but you're a lyricist.
No, but I mean, I'm thinking back to like Oprah and the whole beef scandal, right? You know, Oprah said a thing on her show and then she got clapped back and she got all kind of threats and she got all kind of everything from the beef industry, right? And she was just talking, you know, saying her opinion. And I think that that's a really hard thing when you are like a megastar to be able to balance your opinion and what might affect 100,000 people. And I think that was a little bit irresponsible of her, not a little bit, quite a bit irresponsible of her to say something like that without having it fact checked. You know,
right.
I mean, we even saying on this thing about something that was on the internet that has a lot of clicks, clearly, we're going to say that we haven't fact checked this. We don't know for sure because we don't want to be liable for saying something that's completely untrue. Right.
No. And nowadays they will sue you for it.
Right. And I think, you know, you just have a level of responsibility when you have 100,000 people paying attention to what you say. That you should have some personal responsibility about what you say. And that doesn't mean she doesn't have a right to say it. You know, like I'm definitely not saying that. I'm just saying that it makes it hard then to trust other things that might be important that she could also weigh in on.
Well, just like you said, just because she could say it, should you? that's the whole thing. I give you, yeah. Just because you can, should you? Brother Anderson, what you think? Because you normally are opinionated.
Well, Nicki Minaj is a grown woman. Sometimes, you know, when we speak off our own cut, whatever that is, you know, people take us as if we have the gospel truth. I've been told that some things I say are not responsible. But at the time, you're thinking like, this is what I want to say. Now, the clapback is coming in like, well, just because I said it, now I got to take the beating or whatever that is.
Got to answer for it.
Yeah, well, that's like anybody that has misinformation, whatever that is. I mean, how do you fix that? You know, and I mean, she don't have the right to say what she want to say.
Nobody said that she couldn't say it. Again, everybody has the right to say what they want to say. You can say anything, but just because you can say anything, should you? That's the question.
If it's your truth that you feel, if we have a free country, just because it's not popular to say what she said.
I don't know what that free country means. What's free about it?
Lord.
Right.
What's free?
I thought the social media people were like monitoring that and removing sort of false information.
Well, she tweeted it. Well, she did a tweet.
Twitter's not doing it because don't Facebook take it down if it's not right or if it hasn't been fact checked. Don't they take it and remove it?
I know Facebook does, but what Nicki Minaj did, she tweeted that out. And I don't know about Twitter took it down or whatever the case may be, but everybody read it.
Oh, the tweet people.
Yeah, she tweeted that out. So she instantly, I mean, that's why it went so fast and it's getting so much, is because she tweeted it, not so much as a Facebook, she was tweeting it.
And people shared it probably. They probably couldn't control it.
Of course.
Right.
It's
And
Nicki
then on top of
Minaj.
that, she's tweeting it. And so I don't see the tweet being able to be caught as fast unless she's talking about starting a war or something or taking down the White House. I'm sure that would be seen as something, but that statement that my brothers, my friends, it got swollen nuts because of the vaccine. I don't think they would have caught that fast on Twitter.
So maybe we should do a 2-minute fact check on the virus or the vaccination. What you should know.
What did you say?
That sounds like a perfect segue to me.
Go for it. We're gonna need some volume.
Right. There we go again with this volume thing.
Maybe we just cut it on.
All the way up.
Yeah, don't turn it off. Oh my word. We
Yeah, move that all the way over.
I think this is
volume on.
There is no volume. You got to read this one.
Can you share? Oh, really? Well, this isn't the right one. Well, I guess I'm not saying it's not the right one, but this one must be for deaf and hard of hearing folk.
I hear sound.
I did too.
Are you gonna play it? I'm curious.
Oops.
My name is Gregory Breen. I've been in practice for about 20 years. I'm board certified in pulmonary, critical care, and sleep medicine. The concept of antibody therapy, or what's called passive immunity, has been around for over 100 years. Similar types of treatment have been used for measles, rabies, tetanus, hepatitis, influenza. In fact, even the Spanish flu, the great pandemic prior to this one, antibody therapy was used in that situation as well. So this is it's a long-standing therapy that has been promising in several disease processes. The difference with monoclonal therapy is that we are isolating a particular antibody that is most effective against this disease, and that is a unique concept. Not only are we isolating it, but it's being prepared in a laboratory. It is a pure form of the treatment, and it avoids all of the pitfalls of transfusing plasma or blood from a convalesced patient. So the monoclonal antibodies are a single, meaning mono, clone or line of antibodies, a single type of antibody that is then targeted against a part of the virus. Typically, the spike protein is one of the main components of the virus. The treatment is extremely effective, and in fact, phase 3 studies have shown that the treatment can decrease your chances of being hospitalized or dying from COVID by about 70%. So you're sicker for a shorter period of time, and you have a much less chance of being hospitalized or dying from the disease if you receive this treatment. This is an outpatient treatment, and the key is to get the monoclonal infusion before they become very symptomatic, before they require hospitalization. The infusion takes about an hour, and then we observe for an hour, but it's a very, very relaxed atmosphere where you can get some rest, which you typically need when you have COVID. And thankfully, because of our collaboration between our primary care, urgent care, and emergency room physicians, and the great support from the Inspira administration and nursing, we are able to do the transfusions on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, and have actually treated over 200 patients with this therapy successfully. These treatments have been approved under an emergency use authorization from the government. There are strict criteria that have to be followed before we can administer them to a patient. And they fall into 3 categories. Number 1 is age. So if you're 65 or older, you are considered at high risk for developing more severe or life-threatening COVID, and you are definitely a candidate. The second criteria involves 4 medical conditions. Number 1 is obesity or a body mass index of greater than 35, diabetes, chronic kidney disease, or if you're immunocompromised or immunosuppressed. And that is for any age, those 4 conditions. If you're 55 and older and have hypertension, cardiovascular disease, or if you have chronic lung disease such as COPD or chronic asthma, then you are also considered high risk for progressing and are a candidate for the treatment. Side effects have been extremely rare. You can have nausea, flushing, a little bit of a fever potentially during the infusion. You may even have an allergic reaction to the infusion, but again, those have been exceedingly rare, and allergic reactions in our over 200 patients treated, we have not seen one of those. This is not necessarily a symptom-based treatment, meaning you may not feel better the next day after the infusion. The idea here is that in the first week of COVID, you are suffering from a lot of flu-like symptoms, generally fevers, nausea, muscle aches, and fatigue. In the second week of COVID, the life-threatening manifestations can occur. That can lead to hospitalization and death. The monoclonal therapy is meant to prevent that second week of complications, prevent you from being hospitalized, and prevent you from dying from the disease. So even if you don't feel a difference with the treatment, it is helping you by getting rid of the virus quicker from your system, preventing it from binding to your cells, allowing your body to eliminate it, and thus prevent the complications by about 70%, as I mentioned before. As we approach this next phase of the pandemic, we are still seeing surges in cases, and they are primarily being driven by some of the mutant strains that we've seen. And so it's so important, even as we look towards the future in a hopeful way, that we maintain our vigilance and that we continue to follow the guidelines from government and our health care professionals, including wearing masks, keeping social distancing, and washing hands. What I can tell you as a practicing physician and as someone who's really kept up with this throughout the past year, I've just been impressed by the miracle of the vaccines. There were no steps skipped. They were done with rigorous scientific study and with the help of governments and industry collaborating together in a way that we've never seen before. So to me, these are a miracle treatment, a life-saving therapy that I really encourage all of my patients to consider. That being said, we are all individual human beings, and we must make the best decisions for ourselves and our families. And I encourage patients to discuss this issue with their physicians at every opportunity. Physicians will have a little bit more of an understanding of some of the science and be able to reassure patients that the science is sound and that there were no steps skipped in the development of the vaccines.
So that was for treatment, right? If you have COVID, that was for the treatment.
But I mean, it was just saying that the vaccinations are safe. It won't make your balls swell up. It won't make you turn to a gremlin. It won't, they've been safe. They've been tested. They've been tried and true.
It won't give you a limp dick.
Nope. It's the biggest thing was male fertility. It does not affect male fertility whatsoever at all. And it's a whole different ball game. The vaccine is not even
Dr. Schwell
go that way, even equipped to go that direction. But that was highly informative with the mitochondrial. I thought it's kind of informative.
It's dope and how they were able to take that and use it to treat folks. It was saving a lot of people. And I think that was like from the plasma. Like they were asking people that had COVID to come and donate their plasma. So
at one time, yep.
Yeah.
To get those antibodies, yep. But our technology has increased so much from 20 years ago. I mean, come on now. I mean, they're now working on replicating the same process for HIV. And everybody wants to talk about, they've gotten this and they don't have HIV. Well, they had to learn to do the technique first in order to be able to replicate and do other things. And it took a sister to get to that point that she can get to this process. So now we can clone this process to replicate for other, because it only targets that one particular thing in your body. It's not targeted for the entire body. It's only targeted for that one gene in there that causes the infection. And that's the good thing about our technology, that we're supposed to be advancing, not going backwards. I mean, remember, this is a respiratory virus. This is not anything that you need to do for livestock. So please do not take the ivermectin that is for parasitic worms that in livestock. It is not for human consumption. Please don't do that. I just wanted to tell you that's not good. That's not, but if you want to be bullheaded, please take the full dosage for a 1,500-pound horse. Take the full, don't spare nothing if you must. But we're advising you not to do that.
Listen to your doctor. Don't listen to Ray.
I'm just saying, yes, don't do it. It is for parasitic worms. Worms. It's not for respiratory for your chest. It's for bugs. How they even
Still don't get how people started doing, like, want to buy that. Like,
I don't understand.
Made them go do that?
What veterinarian out in the country told them that this would do just the same? I just don't get it.
It just be stupid people on social media or on television saying stupid shit.
Well, come on, you know, for them to talk about the ivermectin, you have to know it. First of all, it's a livestock pill. So only people would know about that stuff would be people that live on farms. So you know it had to be somebody out in the sticks said, okay.
Or some bored person sitting there Googling everything on something.
He probably didn't have no Google where they got this from. I'm just they out in the sticks, but I don't think they had Google out there.
Whoa.
Which is why rural broadband access is a real issue.
100%. Everybody, there should be no place on this rock that doesn't have it.
Get other information.
Yes. Every spot on this rock, the entire rock, should have access to broadband. It is that easy to do, and that would create many jobs in spaces that don't have it. That should be on the entire rock.
Right, jobs that are not prisons,
right,
holding up the economies of these small towns.
Right. These small towns.
Would y'all ban newspapers and libraries?
What are you talking about? What does that have to do with us making sure everybody has access to the internet?
Well, you won't need newspapers anymore. The library.
That's your particular thought process. Libraries are good places to go to.
Hold the paper and not read our news on the internet.
And there's a lot of people that want to see the printed word.
But those folks are dying out. So you know.
No, they're not.
Oh my goodness, Bobby.
They're not dying out.
I'm just keeping it real. I mean, times is gonna change. Technology, newspaper is gone, just gonna be gone, just like the encyclopedia. Have you heard about the encyclopedia lately? No, you have not. Have you heard about a dictionary lately? No, you have not. So that's gonna be right on the line with everything else, the antique. So hold your papers because they ain't gonna be here for too long. I know they biodegradable, they're gonna do everything. You can't even hold them no more because a couple of years.
And once again, then what happened? Once again, if something happens to this planet and the power goes out,
well, I'm glad
which will affect everything. Then what? Then what?
Are you prepared? Like, are you prepared for? Are we prepared for another shutdown? If it happens.
If it happens, it happens. Whether I was prepared or not, I still would have to deal with it. That's a guarantee. We still got to deal with it whether we prepared or not. We wasn't prepared for the last one, and if another one comes, ain't nobody gonna be prepared for that one either.
So if it happens, do we have to?
But if you're not prepared, you won't have to deal with it too long, because you will perish at some point if we're not prepared.
Oh, I'll be gone then. Yeah, because my old ass, it'd be time me to check out.
So we just have to rinse our meat off if we get in that situation.
What?
We just have to rinse your meat off if everything's shut down. Electric and all that kind of stuff.
Isn't she funny?
That wasn't even. But yeah, because it'd be out because you have to go there and personally chop it up because you won't be able to go to the grocery store because there won't be no power.
How would you rinse
So
it off
yeah,
then?
in the lake or the creek.
I'm prepared. So
You got to go down to the creek.
I'm coming to Bobby's and Roxanne's because they know how to fish.
I'm prepared because I have.
I'll have some money. I don't know
I'm
what
coming to you. You have a bunker.
Right, I do. I got a bomb shelter.
Yes, I'm coming to you.
50s house. You know, they built, I don't know, I forgot what war was happening in World War II.
Oh, you got an underground set.
Wait. You said you had a bomb shelter or you had a bomb shelter?
A bomb shelter in my basement. There's a little area that is underneath that apparently
you got the panic room.
Yeah, it's like it was to protect people. I guess after America got bombed, they started building these in the houses.
And you get internet down there?
Yeah.
Ooh, that might work out.
It's not that much concrete. If you got,
I had to put a router down there.
Oh, okay.
How about you got some food in the refrigerator?
That ain't gonna last but 2 weeks. That ain't gonna last but a week.
Not that big, y'all. It's like for 6 people, maybe.
And we all fat folks, so it's gonna be crowded. It's gonna be tight.
But like I own the house, and if ain't no utilities in there, like we could keep digging.
Well, we got generators, baby. We got generators.
We don't hit no shit.
Yeah, we got generators.
And we got generators and cultivators. How you doing?
I'm gonna be dead.
No, that's why I'm teaching.
You know, because everything is getting ready to change. All of that kind of stuff is getting ready to change. You know, landscape is changing. The earth is starting to react from all of the years humans have been here. It's gonna get rough out there. Because the earth ain't taking kindly.
You read your Bible and understand that?
I don't know nothing about the Bible. I'm just telling you the earth is not acting. She is changing. Because you all have abused her for many centuries. You humans, the animals didn't do it because the dinosaurs was here for millions.
There you go with your doomsday again, Ray. That is so crazy.
I'm just saying, the dinosaurs lasted millions. We already got to worry about global warming and the oceans flooding.
Listen, that's for Britain, the Brexit, all that kind of stuff. That's the Great Empire.
We got 2 minutes left. Anybody got any announcements or anything? I want to throw that in there. Hey, yes, we're going to flood off this planet because y'all don't know how to act right.
Make sure y'all come out on the 23rd to Hyde for the Tipsy Thursdays. Hyde Nightclub, Tipsy Thursday, $5 entry fees, $5 drinks on Thursday the 23rd at Hyde Nightclub at 24 University Avenue, Northeast Minneapolis.
What time that start?
It starts at 8.
Okay.
Doors open at 8. So, and come on out, have some fun, let's do this.
Don't the burlesque show start on the 1st of October?
Yes, it's October the 1st, 10 p.m. Gay 90s.
And it's
Friday.
It's Kinky Friday.
Yes.
Gonna be upstairs?
No, it's in the annex room, which is like the 4th and Hennepin inside.
Yeah. The downstairs big bar where the men's section is in the back.
What happens on Friday?
What happens on Friday?
You mean Kinky Friday?
Well, that's one thing.
Yeah, it's a performance.
What's that?
Before you go to Kinky Fridays, make sure you early vote.
That's right, early vote.
And when is early vote?
And early vote.
When is early vote? Because I know that's not October 1st.
No, that's September 17th.
It's when September 17th is early vote?
2021, September 17th. Early vote in Minneapolis.
Who we voting for?
Well, I don't know about all that. But you can go for the mayor. I don't know which one, all 27 of them. Or maybe you can choose one. City council, park board. You can make a choice. I don't know who to vote for, but I just want y'all to exercise your civic duty and do some city politicking. Is that a word?
Mm-hmm.
Totally is.
Do your civic duty and vote. Know your
Why?
candidates. Huh?
Why?
Because, you know, I'm tired of people complaining about he should have did this, he should have did that. Or if I had voted for him. If Skip's a sissy, Santa Claus is a punk. Vote.
You heard, Dennis. And after you vote,
Go to Kiki
come hang
Friday.
out with us on Saturday too at the Stash Box. We're gonna be
Oh,
at
cool.
St. Paul, 772 Selby Avenue, 3 p.m. on the 18th, going till 12 a.m. If you don't know what Stash Box is, it is an event sponsored by Minnesota Marijuana, and they be off the chain. So come hang out and enjoy some great company, some great music. There are going to be contests, and so you might even can win a prize. So
the contest I want to know is should we roll joints or blunts?
Go to the Minnesota Marijuana page and vote.
And yes,
we have a poll out there, so go vote and let them know.
So I prefer blunts over joints, but
I prefer yes.
I thought you prefer smoking a pipe.
I prefer yes.
Oh, just smoke.
Just smoke. Yes, yes. Blunts or joints. Just yes. I vote
joints are for single. Blunts is for sharing.
Says who?
Not necessarily.
Who told you that shenanigans?
Hey.
You it is 7:02.
Thank you for doing the Bipoc Happy Hour.
It's Corona now.
For joining us tonight.
It's Corona now. You don't share. You wash your hands, and you smoke your own J. You don't share.
I still puff up.
You don't share. Carry your own joint or your own J. You can smoke a whole.
Get vaccinated so we can go back to puff passing.
Yes, keep your mask on,
y'all.
wash your hands, and keep some hand sanitizer.
And make sure you wash your ass. No.
That is a prerequisite.
And you brush your teeth.
You brush your teeth.
That's not a prerequisite. Ass washing is prerequisite.
And gingivitis is what causes bad breath.
Yes, but not washing your ass causes you to lose friends.
Oh, good night.
Sharing a blunt will give you coronavirus.
If you're not vaccinated, please get vaccinated so you can share the blunt.
No, you still can get the blunt, get a coronavirus, regardless if you vaccinated or not. So don't do it.
Then this road 2 or 3 months.
Get vaccinated so I can share the blunt.
Have a good day.
Good night.
Good night, y'all. See y'all on Friday.